All right. Cool. So welcome everyone. Thank you for joining our quick start session on maximizing Sudowrite potential for non-English writing. We're excited to explore these tools with you and help you enhance your multilingual writing flow. By the end of the session, we hope you feel more confident of using Sudowrite to support your target language. If you have any question, feel free, please ask. And ask us to try things for you so we can test it for you and use our credit. After the session, you will receive an email at the hour. Please give us some constructive feedback so we can ameliorate the class and get more people on board. So thank you, everyone, from me, Manon, and Dalia.
Yeah, hi, I'm Dalia. We'll be co-hosting this class so that you get the double amount of expertise.
Exactly. And I'm Manon, the French side and multi-language side of trying to try everything for you guys. Even if we don't understand the result, we take time for you to read it and tell us if it's good or not. So.
And I'm the German side of this. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Any question, anything that you guys want to see or you tried to write in your language and you have difficulties, so we can actually work on that, or we can jump right in and show you a few things like starting a story in my language, which is French. And all you have to do is basically change the prompt to your language and test it inside your computer in your language. So anything, please ask.
Okay, so this is Lena. Bonjour, guten Tag. I just want to say that I'm really excited to be here because I was with Manon's class last month, and Manon, what we did was that you had us change the output to French. Yeah. And I'm sure, because I know I was listening on Dalia's class as well last time, and so I think it would be really great for us to see that, because I think it's so amazing that with Sudowrite we can have everything in our target language, and so I can't wait to jump in.
Cool. All right. So do you want me to start, or do you want to start, Dalia? I'll show what I have, or you show you what you have, and we can kick bashing.
Well, I can start if that's okay with you.
Please do.
So where's the little button? So many windows. So I will start by, it says me the screen sharing is not working. Do you see my screen?
It's starting to, Dalia. Yeah,
now I see it. It didn't show me the right screen. Technical stuff.
Dalia, okay, so, you know how you said there's so many windows? Would you say Fenster for the windows, for like computer windows, or there's only for physical windows?
Well, it's also Fenster. Yeah, so viele Fenster.
It's very cute. Okay, perfect. Yeah. I appreciate it. I'm ready to continue with your showing us. This is great.
Okay, so this is the screen you will see when you start up Sudowrite for the first time. But looking at your names, I think they all sound familiar, so you're not that new here. But so when you want to start,
all of us have been here for a while, so definitely.
Yeah, I think so. So I don't have to give you an interface through. You know how the interface looks like.
Yeah.
But we'll start a new project for today's class. And so that this would go a bit faster, I have prepared a little story idea in advance. I have asked ChatGPT for a story pitch for a Halloween-themed romance. The result was a paranormal romance that reads like a Hallmark film and that is set in the quaint town of Willow Creek.
Ooh, that sounds like fun. Yeah, we love Halloween romance and paranormal romance.
Yeah. And so that we can get working, I would just paste this into brain dump. This is now in English so that we can all understand what it's about. But it's like the general ambitious event planner. returns to her quaint hometown. Yada, yada, yada. But her ex-flame is now a ghost. And she has to decide if she wants to save him and conquer death, or if she will just leave Willow Creek.
Nice.
Tragically. Yeah.
I love the title too, Ghosted by Love. That's so funny.
Yeah, I saw this and also was like, okay, this is a fun title. I may just have to write this because it's, I mean, we of course have Willow Creek, all stories created by an AI that are romance are set in Willow Creek. So there are a few things also that guys named Ethan that we may want to tweak if you would actually want to write this. But for now, that's a good basis to work. So does any of you have a language they want to try, or?
Yeah, maybe what would be fun is like we could change Willow Creek to something that's more of like a German town or something. And then that way that it gives more of that international view, especially for a class.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, now I have to think of a name for I will do what I'd always do when I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I will just hit Command K and ask quick chat.
Yes, that would be great.
And I'll ask it in German, but essentially it's like, how would you name Willow Creek if it were a German town?
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
And then it hopefully will come up with something similarly cliched. Weidenbach. I mean, yeah, that's essentially the direct translation. Yeah, it does. Thanks. Thanks.
Of course.
It sounds fitting for a German village, doesn't it? I love how quick chat's always asking for approval. Like, did you like what I told you? And it's okay. Now we have the great tone of Biden.
Weidenbach.
The thing that's not really fitting is we wouldn't celebrate Halloween in Germany. But I mean, okay, nowadays it's not very traditional, but nowadays there are probably people who would. The Dark Curse of Weidenbach would use this. Let's see. Okay, old Victorian mansion, a bit. Also something we could ask. Like, you wouldn't call a mansion in Germany Victorian, such equivalent.
Maybe there would be like a Bavarian mansion.
Oh my God. Equivalent. I don't know how to write this word, we just ignore this. Equivalent. Whatever.
Oh, maybe it's equivalent with the A with two, the umlaut.
Like this? I don't know.
We'll go with it. I'm sure it'll understand.
I mean, the good thing about the AI is it also understands it if it's not quite the right word.
Yes.
That is the equivalent of. I mean, I have to switch back to German.
Was wäre das deutsche Äquivalent aus? Or
I just use some word von.
You can also ask in English and see what's the equivalent and this word in German.
Yeah, that would also work.
Yeah.
That's true. Mansion. It's very likely it will output something Bavarian, because it's
castle.
Gründerzeitliches Herrenhaus. Yeah, that's like, it has like Herrenhaus is mansion. I mean, now this will be like a bit of a mishmash of English and German here in this, but it works.
What was it if you said it again, please, Talia? It's
Gründerzeitliches Herrenhaus. Herrenhaus is mansion.
Oh, Herrenhaus is mansion. Ooh.
Yeah.
And then the Gründerzeitliches.
Oh my goodness. Like there's also a man in mansion, but that's likely not related.
Oh, That makes perfect sense. Wow, that's so
This
literal.
is fascinating.
Herren and Damen, Herren und Damen.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then is Gründet zeitlich like a long time ago? Is that what that means?
Yeah.
With its sites?
Yeah.
Okay, so like an old
Yeah,
mansion, basically.
Yeah, old mansion, basically.
Nice.
Now that looks funny. Gründerzeitliches Herrenhaus. I mean, that's something that, I mean, sometimes you have weird German word that's like for us, it's weird to have like was like Schadenfreude in an English
Yes.
text.
What a great word. I love Schadenfreude.
Yes,
The
it's
word,
lovely thing.
not so much the feeling, because it's sort of like a
Well,
very
Germans
shady
also
feeling.
like the feeling, the feeling of
Yes.
Schadenfreude. It's very German.
So much so.
But anyway, we have this now with the brain dump.
Yes.
And to get this to actually give us output in German, we would add our magic little phrase in German. This works, well, most of the time, sadly not always, but quite often it works. I'd also add, how can I not translate in my head into German? The switching is a bit.
Oh, you're doing
Schreiber
great. Großartig.
When I mean, I wonder if this is how it truly feels to be bilingual, that you have this mishmash. That's not English word,
it's so
but like
true.
this
It's so
thing
true.
in your head. It's like funny. But like this is the magical phrase that hopefully turns everything into German.
And would you write the genres in German as well?
The thing is, in German, you would also say paranormal romance.
Ah,
you
okay.
might possibly say paranormaler Liebesroman, but that's not something actually used that much. But like for some genres, it's like more common to use the English name. But since romance always gives you a lot of cliche, it might help to write something like paranormaler Liebesroman.
Oh, okay, that's nice. Yes.
Like
perfect.
That may not. I haven't tried this yet, but maybe it doesn't trigger as much togetherness as romance does.
Oh yeah, with all the we're determined to get through this together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and here for style, usually I would go with one of my custom styles. Oh, I love this. This is like a new account, so I get some tutorial things going on here.
Like, and I always find the colorful cars so cute.
Yeah, it's so cute. Ryan also loves that this makes this little motion.
Oh!
But anyway, we need to add the featured. I would just take some featured style for now, because you could. Approachable and charming. Cozy romance novel. Yeah, I think that's nice.
I think we're cozy. Yeah.
Yeah. We also have enough place almost to add further output in German. We could just go into friendly and conversational tone. Yay. Yay. That should give us working results. And yeah, you need to put it into like this magical formula into every box. Since not each of the boxes is read with every generation. So if you generate synopsis, for example, it doesn't look at style. So just having it in style isn't enough. And sometimes it looks at genres, sometimes it looks at random. And so I just prefer to have it everywhere to be sure that it gets read, whatever.
To get read.
So,
yeah, that's
because
great.
It's just too easy for the AI to miss like a rather direct command, like, God damn it, write all output in German.
You would think it would be, but we have to tell them over and over.
Yeah, over and over and over again. as many places as possible.
Yes.
But let's go and generate our synopsis.
Yes.
That hopefully will come out in German. Let's take a look.
Oh,
yeah.
Look at that.
The quaint small town of Weidenbach, where the borders of the worlds between the living and dead is very thin. Yada yada. It's.
What about Spookzeit? Is something time the spooky time?
Spookzeit, yes, spooky time. Yeah, that's spooky time.
Oh,
actually, yes.
So cute.
I mean, the names, of course, Cassie Wells or Ethan wouldn't be necessarily living in Germany. Although, if Weidenbach is in close counters of some military base, that's possible. So, because
that could work.
We still have a lot of, or at least we used to have quite a lot. Dramatische Kulisse, dramatic sceneries and stuff.
Kulisse is in a dramatic. Is that like climax or
Kulisse?
Kulisse.
It's a bit like setting.
Oh, setting.
Like stage setting.
In a dramatic
rather
stage
setting. Yeah.
Yes. Wow.
Like a bit of a gothic. Gothic romance is also something that would fit it as a genre.
Wow.
Schwarzau.
And Knarz and the Tieren is something doors, something with doors.
Yeah, something doors. Like now I don't remember what Knarzen means.
I haven't seen that one before.
It's like creaking, I think.
Oh, creaking doors.
Yeah.
Oh, and like flickering candles is the next one, right?
Yeah.
Flackern Kerzen. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Not lots of great words. It's very descriptive, even in especially in German. This is great.
It gives a great atmosphere for the story.
Yeah.
So
very visual.
And now that we have the synopsis, we can go and generate the characters. Yeah. And once we're finished, we can go to this point and generate the outline. But this is nice, this little tutorial thing.
Dalia?
Yes?
Before you're doing your character, do you have any kind of customization in your character that you make sure everything is in German?
Since this is a new account, I haven't customized anything yet.
You want to show them how?
Yeah, usually I would go in here to customize and change personality to Persönlichkeit. Background would be Hintergrund. Geschichte to be more specific, since, also in English, background could just mean a background image, but just to make it more.
Yeah.
It means like background history, right? Like what we would say backstory. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Just that you know, guys, that we did mention to Sudowrite team that would be nice to be able to have more than one character box, not as different character, but like for us with our language, because my character box is having like, I think it has 50 items in it. And like
mine
25
has 20.
is English and the other 25 is in French. Because it's very long sometimes to rewrite everything. So we did ask them if possible, like the world building, we can have our boxes and just go from there. So this is one thing we asked for, and I hope they're going to give it to us, because this way we can put all our French demand in one side, and depending on what we're writing in our language.
Yeah, that would be really, really helpful.
Oh my God, yeah.
Since in my actually writing account, I have, I think, 19 or 20 that are all in German. But since I also would like to sometimes write in English, but just the thought of just translating everything again when I switch it,
it's a pain.
Yeah, it's too much. It's a pain.
Yeah.
But this helps to get the output in German when you have the traits also in German. And you can just save it here with save new defaults. So, and since generating the whole cast always takes a while, I would just generate our Ethan and just go here with generate. This is basically create a character card for Ethan in German. And to make sure, I always have to look that I hit them.
I thought I'll put in German.
And schreibe alle. Like it's always hit or miss if you leave it out. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So better to have it one time too often than getting your results in English. So now I'm looking forward to whatever last name we get for Ethan.
It would be so funny.
Müller. Of course. I mean, if in doubt, it just calls every character Müller as a last name. It's like the English Miller, it's a very common last name. So it often defaults to this. But as you can see, it all generated it in English, and gave it a different, like it's a different name. That's like the lost one.
I was gonna ask, yeah, der Verlorene.
Verlorene.
Lost, der Verlorene.
And since currently, when Sudowrite is looking at a prompt to match it to characters, it looks at each individual word in this and this. There is like the, so Ethan would be pulled into every generation where you have a the in the prompt, which is very unhelpful in case you don't want him in it. So I would just delete the article to be a bit safer. I mean, this way, of course, if I talk about something else that's lost, he may also be pulled in, but it's at least not in every generation, because it's hard to have a prompt that doesn't have the in it. Okay, are there any questions so far? Because I see that we're almost at the half-hour mark, and Manon wanted to show some stuff as well. So
Stephanie is asking, does Sudowrite create the AIS in a non-English language translation as much as it is in English?
I have to admit, I don't use English that often, so I'm not sure if I'm the best to answer this question. But in general, I'd say English is better. What's your thoughts on this, Manon?
So what I mean is, like for the English side, we get a lot of the sunsets, testament, sanctuary, shivers up and down the spine. I've never seen characters so cold in my life.
Yeah, and I'm also so scared for my characters because of their heart palpitations all the time. They have like the heart is beating so fast, and then it's slowing down, and then I'm like, oh my God, this person should see a doctor. But yeah, the cliches are very similar, I think.
Yeah, like here,
in addition to this,
deep blue eyes, right? Seine tiefblauen Augen scheinen here in Aussehen.
Let's see, where's he?
Yeah, and the second
yes, deep blue eyes, full of secrets. Dark hair that gives them a charming impression.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And of course, he's a very good-looking man.
Of course.
We don't believe you.
That's lighting every room.
You get to visualize on him now.
Oh my goodness, yes. Let's see what comes up. We have to see this. Let's see what visualize makes out of this. We have to see our Ethan. I mean, this is actually a good idea to get an idea how a character actually looks like, is to take his description and then hit visualize. Since sometimes what I imagine that meant, okay, that looks a bit scary with the sex
No, it's
guy
definitely not what I was
almost
expecting.
identically in the background. But
Sorry, he looks cute, but I don't know what's his age. He's maybe look a bit young, but it's
His
kind of
different
interesting to see
eyebrows.
the ghost looking in the back of him.
yeah, that's where I'm like, okay, this looks scary. Why is there a guy who's basically his twin
I
in
don't
the
know. I cannot
background
read the
looking all
description. So look in the description what may cause the visualize to create a double like that.
There's nothing actually that would imply that they're talking about two. There's of course the possibility that there are pronouns like it says like Ethan was a good-looking guy, blah blah blah, and his deep blue eyes, and he is dressed like leisurely. So it's possible that it thinks, this he is a different person, and we just put him in the background, but the he is also wearing exactly the same clothes. This is a bit like maybe it's trying to show that it's not only always charming, but has a darker side hidden.
Something hidden, that's what I like about AI, and that's forced us to actually read what the AI, why the AI came with that picture is to sometimes you really have to go and read what was produced to figure out how the AI thought that the picture should be like that.
Yeah.
Just refresh your screen, it will come back in a proper setting.
Yeah.
It's just a story of refreshing.
I was like, ooh, I broke it. Well, here
there
it
we go.
is.
See?
Yeah, he looks really quite young.
One, he
Does
looks
it say
very
something about his
happy, and the other side
age?
seems serious a bit.
Yeah.
Visualize
fits
is
with the
daddy.
story.
Kat was asking what they use for visualize, and I see they say they use
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, be
It's
about
fascinating.
15 years younger, I would say yes to that guy.
Yeah, he looks more like, I mean, he died a few years ago, right after high school, I think, so that would fit this image. Like it's cottage age.
Yeah, and it's great because all our pictures they are yours once you produce them. So that can give you an idea for a book cover, or you take that picture, you save it, and you bring it to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to transform it a bit. If you know to work with ChatGPT, the purchase version, not the free version. The free version will not do it. Oh, there's a lot of things we can do now with a picture and book covers.
Oh, Manon, that would be a great class as well to follow up with your interview with Bill. So maybe that's something else you could do with him. And we really enjoyed that. That would be great.
Yeah,
and
we have 4 more sessions with Bill coming up.
Woohoo! That's awesome. We are excited.
Yeah, we have so much information to give. And we need someone which has been inside publishing for so long and willing to share all that too.
Yes, we're so excited. And yes, just to see what we can do with the art. And so I like what you said, that the art is a starting point, and that could give more ideas for the book covers and more of the story itself, which is great.
Yeah. So I always need a picture. When I get a block, I just get visualized. Give me a visualization. So get me excited about my story kind of thing. So that definitely helped me a lot for my stories.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Cool. And I think here, so we have our Ethan. Should we do one for Cassie as well, Dahlia?
Yeah, that's a good idea. We'd have to ask her to give us, to generate a Cassie.
Because everything is already in German, don't put to translate in German. Just leave it like that. It should do it in German.
Yeah. We test it if it works. If it doesn't work, we complain. I mean, in theory it should, because characters would look at synopsis.
Yeah. And
So,
if the synopsis is
yay!
already in your
It
language, it
works.
should come out in your language.
Cassie is an attractive woman with like an elegant posture. Oh my goodness, what's Kastanienbraun?
Oh, it's
That's just
chestnut brown.
Chestnut,
Chestnut.
yes, chestnut
Yes.
brown hair.
Mm. What's her last name?
Cassie Wells. That was already in the synopsis, so it didn't come up with a funny
With a
German
German
name.
last name.
Show us what she
Wow.
looked like now.
So let's see.
So
Her
falls
green
in
eyes.
waves on her shoulders.
Yeah, and she has like green eyes. That
are like a
lively
mirror.
green eyes. Yeah, they mirror her determination
Oh,
and
there's
her
her determination. Yes.
sensitivity.
I wonder what that's going to do with visualize. Is it going to put us a mirror?
Oh my goodness,
And she's
that would
also
be
very
fun.
fashionable, it says here,
Yeah,
right?
fashionable.
Modish.
And professional looking.
Yes.
Let's see.
Oh, very pretty.
Oh, that's pretty.
Professional.
Yes.
It really took in the professional, like she's an event manager, if I remember right. Oh,
You have to
whatever.
do a refresh again, Dalia.
It hates. This should get a solution, but
It should.
Yeah.
There we go.
Wow. They are huge.
Very huge. Yes.
Really
Yes.
good. They make a nice couple, actually.
Yes, I also thought this right now. Like, that would be cute.
I hope she says yes to the ghost. That would be great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Anything else you want to show up, Dalia?
But I think for now,
Any question for Dalia?
I've shared enough. If there are any questions, go ahead, and then we'll switch, and Manor can show you something exciting.
Any question? Are you ready to jump into craziness?
Yeah. In the chat, so both
Go ahead, Lena.
some Stephanie asked. They said if we could see how many credits it took and what model it was for the visualization before we jump into Manon's story.
Yeah, that's
right. So
2,500.
This is what we spent. Visualize is always like 2,500, and each character is like around 1,000.
Nice.
Like the synopsis was more expensive than the characters.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Yeah, it's really fair.
Mm-hmm.
So, and now we will leave Ethan, Müller, and Cassie Wells. For now, maybe we will see them again next week.
Yes, I hope we see them next class.
And then we can develop them some more. I mean, it's November then, so it's a spooky season.
Woohoo!
Okay, then.
Yay!
Let's switch over to Manon.
Dalia. Vielen Dank.
You're welcome.
And Dalia, put your notes inside the document.
I will.
Perfect.
Ooh, and Manon and Dalia, you'll kit bash your notes together so we get a multilingual document for class.
Yeah, so the document,
Perfect.
I will share it again.
Mm-hmm.
People doesn't have it yet.
Yes, I haven't had it yet. And I also need your other documents for class later, Manon, and I'll remind you if you need it, because I missed those, so I'd appreciate it. Just wanting to put that out there.
No problem.
Thanks.
You're going to see also in the document, there is the link over here. All the link from the classes that I teach last week, they're already inside my YouTube video. So you can go in the YouTube and find all the class. And
So the links are in the description?
Yeah, here in the link, you go in the link here,
Uh-huh.
and all my YouTube class,
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah, but what about the class documents for each of those?
That's another thing. I have to figure out how to bring them in, and I'm going to upload everything to Michael too. So the one you're looking for.
Yeah, thanks everyone for bearing with me because I actually wrote to you in the other class, and I don't know if you saw those messages because you were co-hosting. So yeah, I need the quick start and the other one. Yeah, I need those two, and then there was like the one from Wednesday, which was first draft. Thanks, and whoever else needs it too. I appreciate your taking the moment to do so.
As I'm
Thanks,
right here, I will do it right now. So
I appreciate it.
no problem. We're here for that. I'm asking a lot to my computer right now. It says, "Hey, come on, that's too much."
Yeah, mine's also complaining that I should clear the
so this
like
one
RAM
is
space.
the one for.
It's very German of your computer to say that, Dahlia, because I know it's like the culture is very like direct and it's always like, okay, we're gonna focus on one thing at a time. So
yeah, you can't do more things. Yeah. Multitasking is evil.
Thanks, Manon. There's one. Perfect.
So I will teach what we have to teach, and I will give you the rest of those after
class.
Hours.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks so much, and thanks everyone for being here and bearing with. Okay.
Because my computer is a bit slow, so I don't want to lose too much time on that. And some people
no problem. No problem. Yes, I totally understand.
All right. So our class note for today. So I give you some of the example here. Because my favorite things to work normally to start a story or an article and everything else was my first draft. But first draft refused to write in our language lately. So I'm not sure what they actually did to it, but it doesn't work as we like to get it to work. So I did start this one here for you guys, and I'm going to show you how I did it. And I put the result right here, and that's in French because my story and my second language for me it's French. And then I asked for more mature subject. So the point for me right now is to show you how to start from nothing and go from there. So I saw something which was very interesting here, like a psychological thriller outline prompt. So how we get Sudowrite to give us something in our language. And I got this thing by chatting with ChatGPT. So get him to give me something very quickly so I can get something interesting for you to teach. So basically, as I said, I'm going to start a brand new one. Like I said, my favorite one normally is right here. I go inside my first draft. And even though they normally supposed to write everything in French, I'm going to ask again just for the fun and see if it's going to do it. So write output in French. And let's see for making me look bad, is going to do it in French. It's depending on which side of the bed no, it's still in English. He doesn't want to do it.
Oh no. So it did it in English.
In English, first draft is totally stopped. And I told that to Sudowrite. I says for the last, I think, month and a half, 2 months, we can get nothing in our language properly with first draft. So to not lose my words, I just leave it go and do what he has to do. But just don't go and use your credit in first draft. It's not worth losing your credit over. So let's let it finish. Like it's at 700 words already. And I can go back and read the story, see if it's interesting or not. All right. So it didn't give us what we want. So I'm going to get another blank. And here I'm going to do like Dahlia. I'm going to do the flower K, and I'm going to go quick chat and I'm going to put my question right here. So generate an outline in French. I could write it in French, but most of you probably don't understand reading in French, but the rest is going to go in French. It's going to come out in French. So I want an outline for that psychological thriller novel. And that works beautifully. And the fact that they told you that, yeah, that they don't want you to teach the Muse, actually, apparently our chat here is Muse.
Yes.
So
if you're in the beta,
yeah, they put the beta in the Muse. So as far as I know, everybody's having access to Muse through the chat.
I think
if they change the model, yeah, they change the model, is in Muse. And I believe if you look under here, it doesn't change by itself, but it's supposed to be. One of mine was changing by itself to Muse directly. So it's hard to tell. So as you can see, it did not finish everything. So Kat says she has access, but she hasn't worked with it. So you're going to see how Muse work in different language, because I'm going to work on that. So when it doesn't finish the outline, you just continue writing. So you tell it in your language or in English, tell it to continue writing. And it's going to finish the chapter outline. All right. So now we have, and it doesn't cost us anything. And that's the beauty of that part, is you got a full outline, you chat with it, you give it a new language, and it costs 0 credit. The first draft, which didn't work, cost me 693 credit. So first draft is fantastic to play with, and not having our student or someone who's brand new to Sudowrite and have access to it, to just use first draft, the quick edit and quick chat in the free version. And again, it's very nice at the end. So what I is hoping that the story is well developed as a romance. So CTRL copy. Don't forget, we still don't have that copy box yet. So you highlight, copy. As soon as you close it, it's going to be gone. So make sure you did there we go. So now we have a full outline. And he gave us a title and the chapter, the introduction, Clara. So we have 5 chapters. Then we have to look at, so continue writing here. This part here, you just need to take it off. So Sophie tente de se suicider. So she's trying to kill herself. So it's a real drama story.
Yeah, this one's not afraid to go dark and heavy.
Of people having sex. Yeah, our last class we did push, after class we did push the envelope and got some very hot scene. Clean
Ooh.
But hot.
Clean but hot. Okay, I want to stick around for that too.
Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do in the new year. I'm preparing some French class, and I'm going to teach some of those Anglophone. I'm sorry if I've insulted anyone, that the French people can be hot, like really hot.
And you definitely have to be the ambassador for that, Manon. For sure. So we're glad to hear you're teaching the new French classes. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, so 18 and above, nothing younger than that. So here we have this. We have a title, Manipulation of the Mind, and obviously it's not in French. The title, it's have to make a special domain to have it in French, but manipulation is French here. So that would be manipulation of the, I would have to figure out how to translate that in French to make sense. It would have to be a different translation. But here we take all this, and I find out that they have a repeat lately. I don't know if you have the same problem, Dalia. When you ask for something, you copy and paste, it gives me everything in double. Do you see that?
Yes, sometimes get this with quick chat, yes.
Yeah,
It's
so I
weird.
have the same problem, so I'm not the only one. So I'm not sure why it's doing that. So this here, we're going to go in Story Bible. We can put it in the brain dump because we have an outline. And we can go from here. The genre, we know it's, we call it a psychological thriller. We're going to bring that in a genre. So I don't fight with ChatGPT or anything like that. In here, that's where we can go and take that little prompt, which is very useful. I have it copied somewhere. What the hell you did to me?
It says
You
tous
click for
les
the restaurant.
Restaurant, écrire toutes les
I
raisons.
know the restaurants in French.
Résultat. I don't know why you went and translate that, but okay.
And it also spelled all misspelled as well.
Which one?
With en, like en français. Like after résultat.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
When they go in autocorrect,
Good catch.
we can do stupid thing.
It goes bananas, like you like to say, Manon.
Oh yeah, basically
Oh, yeah.
banana. So here we go. So we have the genre. We're not going to do the style right away. And from here, I want to see what is going to give me into my synopsis. And I'm not going to tell it I want it in French. I put it in the box here, but I don't put it on top of my brain dump. I want to know if it's going to do it by itself or if I have to put it in a brain dump too. I'm the one who's I'm testing every possible way to get it to work in the language we want without having to push. Here we go, it's in French.
Ah, it looks good. But it's also added the little synopsis at the top.
Yeah,
I
in
don't
the
know
street
why.
of Paris, Dr. Clara Besset. So Clara is not a name which is uncommon, but Besset is very uncommon. So she's a thérapeute, empathie profonde et doucement indéfectible avec ses patients. Son cabinet accueille la mosaïque d'âme. Okay, this is one of the words that you will say, how we call them?
The AI-isms that Steph said earlier.
Or one of those words that is going to repeat many times in the thing, like deep blue eyes and things like that. So mosaic is one of those AIism thing that most people will not use when they write a book like that.
Like tapestry.
Yeah, tapestry is one of the one.
The testament.
Testament, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I do with these, I go in my notes and I go and show you what I'm doing. This is my workflow. So this one here. So all those words which keep repeating, I put them in in my notes. I always have access to it anywhere I go. It's like mosaic, world, tapestry is one of them. So in French, I will go and do the same thing and put the words which I said. I need many words, so I will go and get when you type on a word normally, it's going to show you. It's supposed to show you a bunch of words to replace it. It doesn't do it in French, but it does it in English. So I don't know if it's going to do it here. Yeah, it doesn't do it in French, but in English, it will give you like 20 words to replace mosaic or tapestry, but it doesn't do it in our language. So that's what I do. I keep these words into a document so I can go quickly and replace them by something else. Okay. So au début, Clara écoute avec compassion. So she's doing her work as a doctor. She's intérieur de ses passions, mais un peu de son implication se transforme dans une obsession dévorante. So there's something, she could become obsessed. Elle commence à franchir les limites professionnelles. So she's crossing the line. And she believes that the personal approach is the only approach that she can really help her patient with. Marc devient l'objet de son attention. So she's falling with that for that guy and he's one of his patient, her patient.
Oh, forbidden love, nice.
I guess it is. Numéro personnel, s'engager sur le terrain glissant, so she go on a very slippery slope. Depend on emotional avec Julien. So there's another guy here, Julien. contacte sa mère dans le but de le soustraire d'un environnement toxique. So he's having a toxic environment with his mother. So aveuglée par le désir. So she's blind by the desire that to be very indispensable for him. So there's very big consequences, very disastrous consequences to her action. The manipulation, the situation. She tried to keep control and she tried to encourage Mark. So there's a lot of people in this thing. So we have 4 characters already. Then we have Sophie, that's a friend, who tells lies to Julien. Okay. So, on the attention of his mother. So son emprise sur sa vie se resserre. So there's a lot of manipulation. It's going to be a very interesting story.
Very interesting and so unethical, which makes for very good reading.
Yeah. So there's infernal. I don't know how to translate that.
We'd probably say hellish in English for that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
From Clara, Sophie au bord du gouffre tente de se suicider. So Sophie tried to take her life. She's at the side of and she wants to give up. So Julien est arrêté. So he's accused of doing something to her. That's why she tried to kill herself. And is accusing the therapist also. Oh my goodness, that's going to be crazy come for story. All right, this is a very interesting story. So let's get to go. And is having a lot of action. I like what he gave me. So by giving a outline into the brain dump, and obviously the outline, when you do your outline and you want it to have more meat, you have up to 2,000 words. So use it. And when you click in it, that's where you see the number of words you can put in the bottom. And it's also telling you what is going to be affecting. So the synopsis and the beats. So obviously everything from here went into the synopsis. So let's see what it's going to give us. Like I was earlier with Dahlia, I said, can you show us your customized? And because she was on a brand new document and a brand new, that's your second account, right, Dahlia?
Yeah, my brand new second account. It's today days old.
So that one is my teaching account and all my beta that I'm testing is here. So for me, like I said, my box is packed and it's not even, I'm not even finished to get everything in order. But, sorry, at the start, I put everything is in English. So the role, the plot, the genre, the gender, the birthday, the zodiac, the way they speak, their archetype, if they have a secret, the line of work, everything is there, the marriage. And because I write nonfiction, I write bio of people too. So it's based on the truth. I need the truth information. So I don't need the AI to go and create, they were married in Christmas, when they were married in the summer, things like that. Then here, I got that famous thing. So write the output in French. And I write the things in French too. So I double everything. And when I find out that, yeah, it's sometimes the AI will go and get everything. If everything is written in French on top, it's going to write everything in the character in the language. And that's, again, depend on the day the AI get up.
Yeah.
I also had a student
it's very fickle.
we had a student who was asking about bringing character. I don't know if she's with us today.
I think he's not. No.
Okay, so in case that person decide to go and look at the video, I was telling her about use this here. You can use it blank. So for me, it's already my customized, it's already done. So you export this. And it's going to give you a CSV. And when you open it, it's going to, I don't know if you can see everything I'm doing. So just making sure you see. It's trying to open my number. So you don't see it. All right, so I'm going to show you, I'm going to share a different screen.
There it is.
So it's supposed to give me absolutely nothing. That's funny. Normally it's supposed to bring everything in. Huh. Let's try. Oh, sorry about that. Where is it? That's everything. Share that. Okay. So that didn't work as it was supposed to. Did I work? It's not import, it's supposed to be export. Okay, let's see. I'm going to generate. Should I do all of them? Let's do one character. All right. Now it's supposed to. That's not here. Export. Is it going to work? Ah, there it is. Can you see my screen or? Yeah, you see? You have to
Yeah, I
have
can see.
one. You have to have one done to have the basic. And from here you go and write everything inside those boxes. But he needs the base of what we have in that document to work. So for me, I will go and put like Manon here, the role, love interest, just to write things in, put the name, group, doctor, things like that. So save. And it's going to sit there. I'm going to put somewhere it's easy to catch. Put it in my desktop, Serena's Quest, put it down. I'm going fast, I just don't want to lose too much time because we're already at the hour. So import. We can also put the information in here that I found out. I think that's you who showed that. Yes. Did you show that inside the Discord?
Yes.
Yeah, so.
You can put into this field like unsorted information, and
Yeah.
it just tries to get information out of it to fill all the fields of the template.
Okay.
It sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. So in general, it always works, but not always giving it in the right language.
Yeah, we have this.
As with everything AI.
Okay, where she is? She's right here. So I'm going to drop her in. So it's uploading the file. It's taking a long time to just upload a small file.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, I also notice that it's sometimes lagging a bit. And it's just uploading. It's a bit.
There's only one character. It should not take that long.
Yeah.
You can import you anything, even manuscript. Sudowrite will figure it out. Okay, well. I don't want to download really. Okay, it's taking too long, so I'm going to stop it. But this is normally that's the path you can go and from the template that they give you. Or like she said, you put it right in here, you put your writing in here or the manuscript and it's going to do it by itself. Basically, it's like the same way that if you were to go in the main one and import your own manuscript. All right, let's get this. I don't know if you did it in the background and we didn't see. Delete this one. He didn't bring it in, but he should have brought it in. So in a day that maybe my computer is not fast enough to do it. So let's generate all the character from here and see if it's going to give us everything that it should. At this point, is there any question?
Currently, there are no questions in the chat, but this is a good time to ask them since generating all characters can take a while.
We only have 4 or 5, but normally the AI is going to go and add more. And obviously, because I have a lot in my customized, but we never know. It's like a throw of the dice.
Yeah.
Then the world building is the one which is the most fun because you can actually have your item in the language you want. And you can go to town quite a bit. You have the Sean list, story for children. So they have the basic here, which is great to have more information to write a book quickly. But if you work in different language, you go in and ask exactly what you want for your world building. Some teachers push it so much that they don't use character, they put all the character in here. So the AI is very, well, not the AI, Sudowrite is giving us a lot of freedom. So everything is in English so far. And yeah, that's something I told them that it's going crazy.
Yeah, I also get this at the bottom of the card, it always goes like word
Array.
format.
Yeah, it goes crazy. Most of them, they all like that in the bottom. Just the first one. This one is not too bad. But it didn't give me anything in French. So it didn't even go and get my French part of it. So that's one thing that we want them to change. So that's where we have to go and add the character. I'm going to close a few of these guys. So even though I have the stuff in French, which one is this one?
Yeah, it often looks like it gives up after.
And that too,
like
did you figure out
15 trait fields.
It gives blank cards too when we do a bunch of them. So I have this guy, then here I have a blank. And then I have another blank that might be the one I asked, but this one I didn't ask for a blank. There's a blank here.
Yeah, that happens to me too. It gives blank character traits and blank characters just like this, and the crazy bananas bottom card, like you were both saying.
Yeah, when that happened, guys, go and put it down as a glitch and give them the thing and tell them that you use a lot of credit, because these character box, they do use a lot of credit.
Yeah.
So see my 48,000, almost 49,000 credit to get that.
Yeah.
And one of the reason is that it's the crazy last card. Now, the crazy last card, there's a few ways that you can fix it. You highlight everything and you go rewrite, and has to be merged in one paragraph. And that's in French, but it doesn't really matter. You get to rewrite, so this way it gives everything there and merge it into one paragraph. Instead of trying to figure out where you can actually cut it. So that's one way to go about it. Now, let's get this here. Let's get.
And I noticed that here they gave all the French last names too.
Yeah,
with the characters.
Those are last name. Julien last name. Annette is French. Delphine is French. Isabelle is French.
Yeah, I have a story that's set in French, France, I think. And I also have a Lefebvre, Moreau, and Duval. So it seemed to be lots of names they like to use. And I think I also have a Renault.
Oh.
So
it's kind of like the Mula
go and
that we were
change
doing
this
earlier.
because it's but it's funny. It has like it's for like every country, it seems to have its favorite names. Like English, you always get Blackwood.
Yes, Blackwood comes up all the time, right, Manon?
Yeah, very in English. Yeah, everywhere I have to change that all the time. So I'm saying if it's going to do what it's supposed to do, see, because these are right output in French, the genre, so it's giving me in French. I don't even have to do or write anything in here. It's going to give me, so they're all in the bottom. So instead of generate all my character, I would have to go one after the other and ask to generate just this part where it says, see, she's born on the 12th of April, her personality, just because all of them are written, all the output in French, personality, blah, blah, blah. So sadly for our language, we still, to generate all the character, unless we put down somewhere in the character box to generate everything in our language. And then we cannot go back in and ask. Can we?
We can try, right?
Yeah.
Right. In French. Not sure it's going to go at random here. Very, very, very slow.
Oh, but there it is. And it looks
French.
Yeah, it looks French.
Human travailleuse. And that, oh
Okay,
my
here it gets, oh my
God.
God, this looks crazy.
Whoa.
This
Oh
is
my.
So crazy.
Yeah. I really think it just,
wow.
yeah, I think it's some, if you have too many fields, how many that
Oh my
maybe
God.
it just went crazy. I mean, theoretically, I think it should be able to have like 200 trait fields or something like this. I'm not sure what Jenny said, but definitely more than this.
Oh, and it's even worse than that. So these are the normal stuff, the secret, the relationship, the line of work, the background motivation. But that background is giving
What's
me
that?
that's not part of my my domain at all. And here, anger, filtration, elle sourit discrètement. It's like he's doing a story inside these thing here.
Yeah.
Anger, excitement.
I think at some point it got confused where to put what.
But he invented. This is not part of any of my domain at all inside my non-whatsoever. So everything from under here, this is all the AI who just went off rail and totally off rail. Totally off rail. So that's going something I'm going to send over to them because this is
this is something.
that should be the physical thing. Young physical description should be on top here.
Yeah.
Other language should be on top here. And that has nothing to do. That's the rest of it, it's totally derailed. Every German story in that, yeah. All right, so now if we go into our world building, so that, yeah, you probably have one in German and a card. So the same thing here. So write all the output in French and all that stuff. So you can, from here, you can ask the title for that story. Describe the story. So les limites de l'empathie, not bad. So the world building, you can ask anything that you need in the language that you want, and it's listen a lot better than the character box. So now I have a title, I will have a subtitle, and it's going to give me a list of personages. Should, if there's any magic. So Dr. Clara is there, Sophie is there, Julien, Dr. Bessette, Clara. There's one person missing. Where is he?
Oh, it's Mark. Mark
is missing. Yeah.
Mark.
Yeah. So where's
the
the
very important Mark?
Yeah, Mark should be
Oh,
important.
it's there.
Is there?
I found him. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
it's right
Oh,
here.
yeah,
Marc,
right.
un homme
Yeah,
d'affaires,
yeah,
et
okay. I
whatever.
see.
My French is very bad.
Homme
It's going.
d'affaires en quête de sens devient le centre de son attention obsessionnelle. So, l'histoire se déroule dans un cabinet de docteur Clara Bessette, situé au cœur de Paris, Paris, de la ville de l'amour.
Oui, vraiment.
Wait, so yeah, so really the world building, that's where they put a lot of emphasis, they emphasize a lot on the world building, and that's where they really did very good. So they need to do the same thing for the character that they did in the world building.
Oh,
Yeah, that
Manon,
would be
what does
so
it?
helpful.
Yes. In the sous-titres, if you scroll back down a little, please, it says quand l'aide devient emprise. What does the emprise here mean?
When someone is taking control.
Oh, when the help takes
Oh.
control, basically.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, cool.
As a
Thanks.
psychologist, she's crossing the line, and she's basically taking control of her patient totally.
Oh, yeah, that would make a
Oh.
great movie as well. I'd love to see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's see what is going to
Nice.
do us with the outline. You can stay if you want, or I can keep on going.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
keep
let's
on
see.
going.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
let's see what happens.
He's going to refresh the screen. As soon as you click on the longer outline, it's going to refresh the screen. He has to go and read everything we've done. There we go. So we go to our outline. Then we can ask to generate. Now we ask which one we're going to use. It's say, he told us that's a good novel the whole time. We can put in a romance, so we put it in Hollywood Beats. Which one do you think would be good?
Ooh, Hollywood Beats, please.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
would really work well for a psychological thriller.
All right.
Yes.
So in the character, we cannot put things in French. I'm going to close this. It's a very long card. There we go. So in our synopsis, I will make sure that our little magic sentence is there, because I really want to push that. I want it in French. So let's see. Let's generate an outline. The unlimited outline. And I think what's her name? She tried the outline, and she says there's a limit of 30 chapter. She ended up to a limit of 30 chapter. Did you ever try?
I haven't noticed yet that there's a limit. But I think when it generates automatically, I think it has some defaults. For Hollywood, it could be like 24 chapters or something.
Okay.
But you should be able to manually add new.
Yeah, we should be
stuff.
able to add a new chapter.
Yeah.
I don't know, because my book, which has 365 story in it, it's in my other account, and I don't have access to these one yet. So, which I would really like to have access to it. So
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah. I haven't gotten around to try out the new. I think there's now a chapter rewrite. I haven't tried it yet, but that sounds like
fun.
Something very exciting.
So I wonder how many chapter is going to come out with. Going to close a few things, see if it's helping to go.
Oh, there was an error.
Come on. Going to close a few things, see if it's taking too much. So where's the error? Maybe the error is in those character box, which have so much information in it.
Yet maybe that it's trying to read all this and just goes, oh no.
I will send them the video so they will see all the error that we got. But I'm seeing if that's going to help to remove these things. Empathic and sorry, this could not make no sense. But we have her twice. Do we have Emilie Laurent twice? Or Clara should have her twice because I asked for it twice. Which one should I keep? So I'm going to delete that one and keep just the first one. There we go.
We got one.
All right, so we
And
have.
it worked out to be in French. Yay.
They are in French, yes.
Yes, yes, yes. Nice.
So many chapter. We have 15 chapters.
15. Yeah.
So, and it's in French. And if something doesn't go quite right, that's where you have that rewrite here. Well, it's not there yet. They're still under construction. Oh no, it's there. It's working. So if I was to go and write that I want something more different or add more chapter, that's where we put it in. So Dr. Clara Bessette, un thérapeute parisienne respectée, est présentée le haut de Paris, empathique, profond, dévouement envers ses patients. Oh, we haven't got her description on. Let's see what she looks like, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
She can join Ethan and Cassie.
They give us a very small, very small. I want more information on that.
But she likely would look a lot like Cassie with tailored suits and her
with
like a meticulous nature. This very professional. So
yes. Although I feel like Clara crosses way more many lines than Cassie does.
Yeah.
Give me the rewrite in French.
Oh.
I tell you.
So it's saying, what was Elan say?
Tall.
Is what?
Tall. She's tall.
Tall. Oh, so she's a tall woman with delicate traits and an expressive face. Okay.
Yeah.
So
often illuminated by a benevolent smile. Nice. She's got brown eyes.
Let's see what she looked like.
Oh my gosh, we have an AIism here because she has piercing brown eyes. Warm and
oh my goodness.
warm. Piercing et chaleureux.
But that's something like piercing and warm. I think that's a new one.
Yeah, that's new for me too. I usually just see piercing.
Yeah. And usually the piercing eyes are blue.
Piercing blue my eyes. Character, they don't have blue eyes anymore.
Oh, she actually looks kind of like what I was thinking.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought of her with slightly longer hair, but yeah, the brown hair, brown eyes, the outwardly professional demeanor, but she's going to get into all her patients' lives. It's going to be crazy and cool.
Yeah, definitely. She looks different than what I imagine. So that's what the first chapter looked like. Create the first chapter, and I'm going to try that because I know the beats probably will be in English. I'm going to see if we can put that magic sentence if you give us everything in English. Let's try that. So generate beats, and if it doesn't give it to me in French, I will ask to be in French if it's going to give it to me. Beats is another one which we had problem to get in our language. And did you try the scene generation, scene direction?
I have tried scene directors, but I never got them in German. But one time, like this, without telling it anything, it gave me German beats.
They are in
But
French.
It only happened once. So it's still a bit hit or miss, but sometimes wonders do happen.
They are in French.
And the chapter title is also in French, Manon, because I know you mentioned that it was in English with one of these
Yeah, with
dialogues.
the new chapter, they give us the title in French, which is great. Not here, but in here it does. So here they give me all my beats in French, and it's very interesting because there's flashback of the childhood. They talk about her physical and basically how she get dressed and all that. They show her reflecting on her decision on a number of the patient they are in distress. They tell us about the dialogue. So her dialogue is showing how worried she is about some of her client, that she's réfléchir. She's really pensing about it. She's looking if she should cross her professional limits, what would be the consequence of her action. There is a lot of tension going on in the air. There's distress, doubt, des craintes, scareness. It's going to be very interesting, but I'm going to show you, we have that, and we're not going to lose it. It's supposed to stay here. I'm going to show you the scene direction, and I'm going to use that muse with both of them to show you the difference.
Oh, cool. Yes.
Somehow I'm having some very lucky time when I go and get something. I always go with a very good idea for a story. I want something very precise in the genre and the story, like the doctor and all that. And I get a very good outline. And I don't have a lot of things that I have to fix. That one, he gave it to us in English. So I'm going to see if I can ask about in synopsis. I'm going to go get my little sentence. Set a copy. I'm going to go in my outline and see if it's going to need that right here. I'm going to go back in the chapter 1. Now he's having it here. I'm going to see if he's going to do the scene direction in French. No, he doesn't want to do it. So scene direction doesn't want to do it, but the generation of the beats did it. So one thing that we have to do now is if we use the scene direction, we have to put that up to get our result in the bottom. So as you can see here, and that's not how I want it. So we have to So you want your header separated, and you put the number 1 dot to get your scene direction to go. So let's see what muse will go with scene direction, and we'll try with the other one. So we go in advance. Now we have both muse. That's new. So the difference between the two. So excellent literature prose. I have to move something here. Prose quality, unparalleled reasoning, ability to cross chapter length passage, right? Will write 4K to 6K words at a time. May stray from direction midway though. Currently in closed beta. Watch the video or join Discord channel to learn more. And the new one, the 0.2, excellent literary prose quality and better direction following than muse 0.1. Write the scene chunk to improve direction following. Currently in closed beta. Watch the video, join the Discord, Okay, so we have 2 we can try. Let's try.
Yeah, I haven't tried the second one yet. So
we'll try both.
Interesting.
Should I stop the recording, Daria, you think? Maybe we should.
I'm wondering. I think since it's a closed beta, maybe we should so that.
So I'm going to stop the recording. I'm going to say thank you to everyone to be with me, and we're going to keep going, but without the recording going, so we don't get our fingers slapped. So thank you so much.
So thanks, y'all, and we hope to see you next month again.
Oh yeah, and tomorrow it's French only. So if you speak French, you write in French, we'll go deep in French.
Yeah, next week on Saturday we have German.
Yay!
I think it's next week. Yay.
Yeah, it's next week.
Lots of German.
Perfect.
Yay, more French and German. Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you.